Good afternoon. You're watching Audiotree Live. Today is June 22nd, 2018, and we are happy to have in the studio Chad Valley. Go ahead and take away the first two songs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
lying awake and somebody's in trouble. Why am I to blame? I don't know what gives you the melody. I said it could be yours. Stairs to find you electrifying. Oh, I wanted to say the same as it always was. Oh, oh, oh. But you're the kind of girl I need, though. Just gotta make it so. Caught up in wanting something more, so it goes, it goes, and it goes. No love, I'm now go back.
You're watching Audiotree Live, and we've got Chad Valley in the studio with us. Hey, welcome.
Hi there.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
having
much.
me.
Yeah, of course. We're happy you're here.
Absolutely.
Congrats on your latest release, Imaginary Music.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And you've been on a big world tour. Is this your first world tour?
No, it's
One of many.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been doing this for a while. That's awesome.
while.
So I know you went to Asia. You've been to Asia before? You played music?
This is my third Asian tour. Yeah.
Cool.
The
Cool.
first one was like pretty thrown together last minute. I don't know if I'll claim that was half an Asian tour because it was just like a couple of shows.
Sure. Yeah.
But I went back 2 years ago, and then again this year, and every time it gets bigger,
Cool.
and that's I tour as much as I can because it just gets better every time I come back.
I bet. Yeah. Is there since you've been doing this for a while, is there a certain place or a certain crowd that you look forward to going?
Oh man, you want me to choose? Well, I'm gonna.
Let's do the States.
Okay, and I'm afraid, obviously Chicago is one of the best cities
Hey, we like
in
that.
the world.
Hey, obviously.
I do enjoy Chicago a lot, and I enjoy. It's. I think this answer is normally the same with most bands. It's
Cool.
like LA, San Francisco, New
Sure.
York, Chicago, the big cities. Just where there's more people to like join in the fun.
You can vibe off of when you're performing.
yeah.
Absolutely. Do you have any for people who have like new to tour, new bands, new younger musicians that are doing this for the first time? I would love to hear if you have any like tips of like tour wisdom.
Oh man, I got so much tour wisdom.
Yeah, give us like one or
So
two
much.
like things that you've learned from
Okay.
experience.
Well, I was talking about this with my friend Matthew today about bands who I feel like the way to tour is to like really make the most of it. You got to like try hard to make it fun because it's not naturally fun.
Absolutely.
Because you're just sitting in a car, you get to a venue, and like you're gonna sit around, wait around for ages. So like it's a bit more effort maybe, and you might be a bit tired, but like wake up early, go to some national park.
Yeah.
Go to like
Don't just go to the city to be at the venue.
and don't just like sit around backstage like on your laptop.
Yeah.
Like go and have a drink at the bar and meet some fans or just anyone. Just the best way to discover a city is just through the people, I think. So I always try and meet lots of people and make friends. And through touring a lot and going back to the same places, I've made friends like all over, which is like the best thing about touring because it's like a little reunion every time I come to town.
Yeah, it's gotta
I can see an old friend that I'll see like once a year, but it'll
totally.
yeah. That's probably the best thing because I think a lot of bands just treat it like it's just like a necessity. Like they just you just like gotta take the bull by the horns. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's not for everyone. I'll say it's definitely not for everyone, but.
No, sure. I mean, I know it's super important, especially with how accessible it is to listen and stream the music online and how many new artists, I think, rely on that and forget about the importance of tour and exactly what you just said about connecting with people and doing that, making an impression.
And it's just it's fun if you want it to be fun.
Absolutely.
And it
I
sucks
agree.
if you want it to suck.
I love that answer.
That's life in
Yeah.
general. That's
So
totem
it
pole
translates
life.
absolutely to your work. That's a great answer. Thank you. Let's roll into that next song. See Through, yeah?
See through, yeah.
Let's do it.
You said you need a friend. I wish I could come a little sooner. You feel alive again, but you didn't say anything. Now that he's trying to find you, I don't know what to do. I don't know how I feel. You forget who you are, and if that is love, then you don't have enough. And just to give it up, don't give it up, don't give it up. And I cannot stop. I need to see it all. It's never all I want. It's all I need. It's all I go. You see it all. And I believed you then. Whatever happens, happens for a reason. You feel alive again, but you didn't say anything. Now that it's trying to find you. Oh, it couldn't be real. I don't know what to do. You forget who you are.
watching Audiotree Live. We've got Chad Valley in the studio with us today. We were just talking about how you're currently on the world tour. You've been doing tour for a large portion of your life. I saw that you recently went to the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah.
Right.
It's gorgeous.
That's a great example of like, we woke up at like 7 a.m. to get there and I was so sleepy, but it was so worth it.
Yeah, it seems like a surreal place. Like, do you just drive straight through?
Okay, so it's crazy. You can just there's a signpost that says, yeah, Salt Flats over this way. It's like a super rusty sign. And you get there and there's this like old thing and then the road just ends.
Okay.
And you can just drive onto the Salt Flats.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because is it, I might sound a little ignorant, but it's literally salt.
It's literally salt.
Okay, because it could be like just really white sand, but no.
And it's hard. It's like really hard.
Wow.
And so it's as smooth as driving on tarmac.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Okay.
And apparently it's like 4 meters. I don't know what meters are in feet. It's very deep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of salt. And
Okay,
it goes
cool.
on for like 15 miles.
Yeah.
We drove really fast on it.
Is there,
Cool.
I would love to hear about like another place like that. I don't know if it's like a park you've been to or whatever, just an interesting place that kind of looks otherworldly, whether it's in the States
Hell
or
yeah.
not.
Well, just like a week before that, we were at White Sands National Park.
Okay. Where's
This
that
is
at?
turning into just like a geography of the USA kind of a chat. I like it. It's cool. This is my wheelhouse. That's in New Mexico, just north of El Paso. And it's inland, obviously. It's like really far from the ocean, but it's like sand dunes that are not made of like sand, like the same sand that's on the beaches. I can't remember what it's made of. I'm going to say...
Cool.
No, I don't know.
I'm going to look it up later.
And it's, it's like the smoothest sand and it goes on forever and it looks like... I
Yeah.
think they filmed... I'm going to say Star Wars there or something. I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah, that sounds about
something like that. you
Okay,
know.
cool.
It looks like an alien landscape for sure.
Yeah, well, kind of speaking on the topic of like interesting imagery, but changing a little bit, your album art is like really fantastic and beautiful.
Thank you.
I was just curious about it because I know in terms of your music, in terms of production, in terms of writing, it's you. Even the lights behind you, that's you. But with the album art, was that you? Did you get like a friend?
I found this guy online through just like looking at
Cool.
art blogs and stuff.
Yeah.
Or maybe on Instagram or something. I don't know where I saw him. Yeah, I just saw his work, and he actually lives in London, same place as me, but I've never met him still. We worked just over email, and it was a bit of a process, but we worked. I mean, he did it. I just gave him some vague directions,
Sure.
and it came out really good. I'm
Yeah.
so happy with that artwork.
It's gorgeous.
For previous albums, I've done the artwork myself,
Cool.
but this one was way better because I didn't do it. Way better.
Sure. Something that people may not know about you is I hear you're classically trained in composition and in piano. Shrug, like no big deal.
Well, it's been a
or
while.
Like, sure.
It's been 12,
Sure.
13 years.
Yeah, well, I was just curious as, you come from that background, but you've played in guitar bands in the past, and now the synths and keyboards, it's your thing, and it's cool. I was just curious why you landed on this rather than sticking with another band. Feels right?
Yeah.
More you?
I don't know. There's probably a lot of answers to that.
Absolutely.
But I played in bands since I was a teenager. And the last band I was in, Drunkwill, we stopped playing together in like 2012.
Okay.
Which was the same time I started doing Chad Fest. It's the same year my first album came out. So it's kind of, it was an evolution just in my tastes, if nothing else.
Cool.
Yeah. I'd always been listening to keyboard-based, to synthy music. But, and it's not, I still listen to loads of guitar bands. To be honest, I don't really see myself as an electronic musician.
Sure.
Which is probably weird for some people, but I'm just making the music with the tools I have at hand. I can't play guitar. I've tried in the past, but
Yeah.
I cannot play guitar.
That's okay.
I find that instrument just baffling. So I just gave up trying. I have a guitar handed down to me from my brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just gave up trying to play guitar and keyboard. I learned piano from like a super young age. So it's just using the tools I had.
That's cool. You like kind of went a little bit full circle.
I mean, I guess, but learning piano as a 6-year-old kid.
Yeah. Kind of staple.
You're playing like, and also
Chopsticks.
a lot of chopsticks. And I learned. I studied music at university and everything, and
Cool.
did like, as you said, composition stuff, and learning Bach harmony and all this kind of stuff, which it just doesn't come into the music that I'm making now.
Yeah, it probably doesn't
at
inform
all.
it too much.
I almost wish sometimes I hadn't studied all that stuff.
Sure.
Because it, in a weird, perverse way, it kind of holds you back.
Yeah.
Because you have in your mind, like, oh, I know what Bach would have done next, and it's like, I wish that I didn't know
Yeah.
some of the things that I know, because ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. In Oxford, are you a part of an art collective called Blessing Force? Are you still tied to that?
I was. I mean,
Okay.
we
Past.
just don't really. We just kind of stopped doing stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious about the
Yeah.
influence, but if that's in the past, that's cool.
It's been a
No
while.
worries,
Like we,
yeah.
Oxford's a really transitory city.
Yeah.
College town. People don't tend to like stay in one place in Oxford. So, yeah, the whole like scene that we had in Oxford, it was great and amazing while it lasted, and it like catapulted
That's so
me and a
cool.
lot of my friends into. So, we got some really great press just through being like, yeah, we're this like
Yeah.
group of friends, and like I feel like more cities should do that. Like,
Yeah.
we just banded together and said, hey, let's call ourselves a collective, because like we're all buddies making
Yeah.
music. We're all like sharing studio spaces. We're all playing in each other's bands.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, let's just call ourselves a collective. And as soon as we did, like, it sounds cynical, but like we got loads of press, and it was like, oh, okay,
Yeah, that's what you want,
go
right?
play the game.
Yeah, that's cool.
But Oxford, everyone's kind of left. Like none of that crew live in Oxford anymore.
Okay.
I live in London myself.
Right,
so, yeah.
right. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for being
Hey,
here.
thank you.
Yeah, it's been a blast. He's got a show tonight at the Beat Kitchen at 8 with Raina and Tiny Fireflies. You should go check them out. And let's go into that last set.
Hell yeah.
3 in a row.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
This feels love between us growing. I felt something inside of me. Whatever comes beside us, go. Step beside you. Love is you. Still gonna be looking at you, counting down the days. What about you? But still gonna be in love, looking at let's feel this love between us grow. Yeah, step aside. Feeling so up and down, feeling
We're watching Audiotree live with Chad Valley. Just want to say thank you again.
Thank you again.
It's been a fun time.
It
Happy
has
I
been a
got to
fun
meet
time.
you. You're very, very nice. Hope your show tonight, Beat Kitchen, goes well. Like I said, they'll be playing with Tiny Fireflies is there, Raina's there, doors are at 8. If you can't catch him tonight, he'll be in Detroit next, and then after that, Toronto. So follow him at Chad Valley, one word, on social media. Keep up with him. Thank you to the crew. Thank you to the engineers and the broadcast engineer. And yeah, I guess we'll see you next Monday for our next live stream. Have a good one. Thank you again, Chad.
Bye.
All right, so you guys want to do it for real now?